Okay, so in my last video, I showed you guys how to deal with those Padme teams really easy with Jedi Knight Revan, and one of the things that people were saying to me was, well, if I use that against Padme, how exactly do I beat the Grievous teams? Because obviously some of you are still using Jedi Revan versus Grievous. And I actually use Nightsisters, and I'm going to be showing you how this works, because you can actually do it with a weaker team than you would if you were using Jedi, and a lot more reliably for that matter as well. And it works against multiple versions of the Grievous squad. So I'm going to show you how this works now. And in the first battle, we're going to go up against one of the Nute variations. After that, we're going to show you the standard Droideka. Then we're going to show you the BB. Pretty much the only one that I don't like to use this against is obviously Wat, because he's got heal and revive, and it's just going to slow things down. There's much better options if you're facing the Wat version. However, it works great against the others, so let's get on with this video. Okay, right into my territory war. Don't use Nightsisters till we checked out. I'm guessing a lot of my guys are actually unsure how it works against the Nute variation, because I'm aware that is what is here. Yeah, there's lots of Nutes. It doesn't make a difference if he's relicked or not. He goes down very easily. Let's try and find the nastiest version. That looks like the nastiest one. That's the highest relics across the board there. I have done this in Grand Arena. For those of you who watch me regularly and watch my live streams, you know that I've done this against a full R7 squad. I think Nute was like R5, but you know what I mean. What's the difference? What's the difference there? It doesn't really make any, because he doesn't really bring much to the team. Let's get in and take him out with my Nightsisters. Okay, so we're going to want Talzin lead. Please don't go in with a Sarge lead. It's not worth your risk. And then that's the team. That squad right there. It doesn't really matter what order you put them in. It's just preference, really. This is what I do. And let's go in. The only relic we actually need is Daka. My Sarge is just there because Sarge is one of my favorite characters. I built her up way back. But Daka is R4. I'll quickly show you how she looks right now. She does have all 6 dot mods. 111, 45. Her potency's up at 86. And that's kind of really all that matters there. Health, speed, could swap that for health even, but I quite like a fast. More health there, and then really just speed secondaries is all that really matters when it regards to the actual stats there. And let's go in. Let me show you how this works against Nute, because you fight it slightly different to how you fight BB, and slightly different to how you fight Droideka. Droideka's actually probably the more dicey one in my opinion, because if he gets one of those assist taps with B1 and then they really gun in on Daka, it can get a little dicey. But with the rest of them, it's just not remotely scary at all. I think it's just the unfamiliarity that a lot of people shy off, because obviously he can reduce max health and stuff, but that's not going to be the problem. We want to preferably stun him on the outset. We haven't got that, so never mind. See if we're getting a stun there. There we go. Right, we'll get the stun on. Yeah, we'll go for that one. And now we're just going to gun in on B1. Quicker B1's down, the easier. If you can't kill B1, don't even panic about it. Right, let's get a res straight away. Go for AoEs. The plan is you don't really want to get plague everywhere right away if you can avoid it, but most of the time it's going to happen whether you like it or not because of special use. It has happened in this situation, so we're just gonna deal with that, and we're just gonna keep going. Looks like we're stuck on Magna Guard at the moment, but that's fine. It always looks dicier to people than it really is. We're going to use the basic because we're going to be able to hit everybody that's got plague, and we want to get B1 out of the way. Alright, you do that, that's fine. Now we just bring them back. Every single time we're doing this, because we have the Zeta on Daka, we're just increasing her max health, making it even more difficult for them to actually kill. Right, that should kill those two. Oh, he didn't go down. Oh, no, we did. He did go in the end. We'll res them again. Oh, and he got 2. We didn't get a Sarge back. Never mind. I'm sure we will. Alright. Yeah, you do your thing. Keep attacking her. Res! Now we'll go for you. You're done. Plenty of time to get some revives on. There's the whole team back, and because it's not Grand Arena, you're going to get max banners. Max banners all the time in Territory War for this, because you'll get your squad back. In Grand Arena, you're looking at the 55. 30, where's that come from? 55 you'll get. That's pretty standard for most teams that counter in Grievous, unless you're going to be using like Supreme Leader Kylo solo or something like that. But there you go, 20 banners. Super easy, and a Nute really is not a factor when you're using this squad at all. It's not like I've got the best DACA in the world, but I do like to have my Nightsisters quite quick. I'll give you a quick breakdown on how I have them modded. It looks like ISIS is taking that down nice and easy. Just gotta get to my witches. And it's going to be exactly the same modding. I use this against all the squads. So here's a Saj Ventress. You got what? She got 4 6-dot mods. Decent bit of speed on that one. Speed. Nice offense on it. Crit damage. Not really fast or anything. I just don't have many of those, hence why it's 6-dotted. I've got potency there because I really like lots of stuns. Stuns really makes this so much easier. Protection. Defense. Total stats. We got 46, 46. 94 speed. Crit damage of 72 additional, 36 extra potency, and that's where her actual damage is at. Let's go to DACA. Actually, I already showed you DACA. Mother Talzin, not a single one of these mods is 6-dotted. 8 on speed, really not a lot. She really doesn't have very impressive mods. She used to be one of my better modded characters, but those days are long gone. The Nightsisters meta is long over, and I don't need her supremely modded for anything that I use her for these days, quite frankly. So her total, she's at 12.3. I'll probably relic her at some point. I like Talzin. 34, 39, 83. Potency's really not that important. Then I think she's special damage. She is, yes. Special damage is at that. All the 6s. Talia doesn't get used in this comp. Zombie, I've actually got her down at 11. It doesn't matter what you have her at. I've seen this work with 10s. I've seen it work at Relic. It really doesn't make a difference. Just want to fast. So we've got 10 there. Normal speed primary. 9 there. 7, 14, and 10. Rest of the stats really aren't important because, quite frankly, she's going to die. She's going to res anyway. 25, 33, plus 91. And the rest is totally unimportant. Lastly, Spirit. I do like Spirit, and if you can have a Relic, this would be even faster. I just haven't had the time and resources to do so. She's at 14 there with some offense secondaries. Once again, I've boosted her potency. Offense here as well. Potency here. Protection. And then her totals, just 19, 40, 95. An extra 45 on her potency. I can't remember which. I must be physical offense. But yeah, there you go. See that they are far from elite level Nightsisters, and yet I haven't lost this in, I don't think ever, quite frankly. I came very close to losing once against Droideka. That was one of the best like Droideka Grievous teams I've ever seen. It was ridiculously fast, and I grossly misplayed right at the start. So I was on like the back foot the whole battle. I still won and got the full 20 Territory War banners anyway. So yeah, that'll be the end of this battle, and then I will show you the BB-1 and the Droideka version. This one is against Droideka, and I have to give a shout out to one of my longtime viewers, Pan, for sending me this footage. With me only really seeing Grievous in Territory War and Grand Arena, it's actually a real pain to find all the variations in a short window. Yeah, he's against Droideka in this one. And he actually fights this slightly different to the way I would. I tend to open with basics to avoid getting plagues spread around because I don't want Grievous forcing me to target someone. I like to take care of B1 very, very quickly so you don't have to deal with the tag team of B1 and Droideka hitting you, which is the only real way they have any hope of taking down DACA is when like too many attacks sync up only on her. So that's one way to actually avoid that, but Pan clearly does not care and is just going all out. He's quite fortunate to get some pretty decent stuns there. One of the issues can be when Droideka has tenacity up and you can't do anything, you can't get no damage on him, and you have to sit there and wait till you can dispel him with like Spirit or a Slash. But as long as you're not wasting your turns, you shouldn't run into that problem. It's usually people that are panic playing that will have that issue. As you can see here, B1's already gone, so there's no heal, there's no constant mass assists. He can't actually dispel there, so he's got to just deal with the others with their AoEs. Still can't do anything to Droideka. This is exactly what I was on about earlier on, actually. Alright, get that res, get that extra max health. And as you can see, it's really, really quite simple. Now he can dispel, he can shut down either with a stun, although quite frankly there he's got the res anyway. Droideka is all but done. Stun, kill. And now it's actually impossible for Grievous to win here. Not only do we have our revives from Daka, but we can also revive the missing Talzin by getting a kill with our basic. So regardless what happens, as long as you're not recklessly attacking, you're going to be absolutely fine. Now we're going to go into the BB-8 battle. Many people gave me some footage. My buddy Isis gave me this one. We had Sam Van sent me some footage of this as well. I believe this is his run. Yep, there we go. Meavi also gave me some footage. Revendowski also gave me some footage, but the one that I'm going to highlight was done by Twitch streamer Biscuit Weasel, and that's just because he was facing a tougher team using a weaker squad, so I felt it better showcased the potential and quite frankly the ease of these battles. As you can see, Days Walker, it's a full relic squad that Biscuit is facing here, and his Nightsisters are like many of ours, lots of gear 12s, relic Daka because you require her, at least relic 4, and Asajj has been built up because of the General Anakin Skywalker event. Now, the actual strategy against GG8, as a lot of people nicknamed it, is quite frankly the same as the others. Try and take care of B1 first, although this team is actually not essential. This is the easiest of them all to beat. BB's going to speed up the droids. They're going to kill the likes of Talzin Spirit a lot faster, so Daka can get her stacks going earlier, making her impossible to kill. And from that point, you can kind of just hit whatever you feel like hitting, and if you're forced to, as Biscuit is here, he's being pulled over to BB, he's just going to deal with BB. So just kill what you have to kill, and try not to panic, because so many people panic when they see they've only got like, you know, 2 Nightsisters left. Daka stood there with Zombie, and they're freaking out because they're not experienced with this. You're fine. If you've had a couple of revives, you're fine. You're not going to die. And this perfectly showcases this, because you can see a lot of the Nightsisters are going down very quick, like mine. Most of them are very, very low gear. Boom, they're all back. No problem. I imagine, yeah, he's gonna get rid of B2, because B2 is obviously gaining bonus TM at times, which is just a bit problematic. The Plague is actually taking down those stacks of B1 there. It looks like B1 will probably go down with Magna Guard any second. Yeah, only 2 stacks left, so one big AoE. They're both gone, just Grievous left. There we go. Just as I was about to say, so try and get some heals around. Make sure you're going to get that 55 banners if it's GAC. Obviously, in Territory War, it's not important. You just need to keep everybody alive. But in GAC, you want to make sure you're ending with full health and everyone. You're not going to get more than 55 because you can't regen protection. Here we go, one more hit, that should be it. Perfect, super easy. So as you can see, it's really a very, very simple strategy to run. It's just a lot scarier to look at until you've actually got used to running it, and then you know when you're comfortable and when you're actually in danger. You can actually run this with Asajj or even Daka lead, but I don't recommend it. It's a lot safer with Talzin, because not only do you have the additional Plague spread on specials, but you also have the revive chance on a basic, which can be really quite helpful, particularly if you're facing the Nute one and something goes wrong, or if he just refuses to stun, then you'll probably benefit from that little extra that you'll get from Talzin lead. My regular viewers have seen me massacre full R7 squads repeatedly in the likes of Grand Arena over on Twitch or even here on YouTube. If you watch my streams, and you've seen me face a lot scarier teams than have actually been showcased here, because really you can only showcase what's available, and it's not always the best. And the one thing that people will often say is, if you're facing a really high-end team, then you won't be able to compete with their speeds and stuff. This is complete and utter nonsense, because you're getting an extra 30 speed from Talzin's lead, so you're actually able from base speed comparison to be faster than any of the Grievous squads. The lone exception is BB, and that doesn't matter at all because all BB does is feed the enemy the additional turn meter and such, so you get your reses a lot faster before you're actually in a danger zone. The Nute teams can't be faster, and neither can the Droideka ones, so you're always going to be able to get your system going first, and there's absolutely no problem. I do want to point out that you don't want speed sets on Daka. Yes, I have said you kind of want her fast, but the most important aspect of her kit is actually having all that health on her. If you're unable to get really good speed secondaries on her and actually increase her speed in that manner, then I recommend putting all of your eggs in the basket of Nightsisters Spirit and making sure that she's really quick with decent potency so she can get that open and stun for you against those Nute teams. Asajj is obviously fast when you factor in a rampage, however the Grievous team often has multiple droids starting with buffs, which will negate that anyway. As a result, she's unlikely to be the first one going. And the only essential relic on the whole squad is Daka. Ideally you're going to want her at relic 4 or higher. You don't need any of the others done. You've seen my team, I have Gear 11 Zombie, and I've been running this before I had my Asajj relic because she was far from one of my first ones, whereas Daka was actually my second relic because I had stumbled across this strategy and had been running it from essentially day one of relics being there. So that's it for the video, guys. Be sure to give it the old thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your guilds and communities, and until next time, we out of here.